Hey guys, my name is Michael, and I'm back with another video on, the Poolee process, because, Poolee Torres, recruiting Substation Chandler right here in Arizona. Now, we just got done with our uh, our weekly pool function, and we've been done for probably like 10 minutes, and it was difficult, this one, but it wasn't overdoing it. It was honestly, I've done this one before when I was an applicant. Like about a week before I turned into a poolee, I ran this. And believe me, I came so close to throwing up when I ran this. But I didn't. And I didn't throw up this time either. But however, on my run for when I first started, I was really terrible at the run and I couldn't finish it. I finished it, believe me, I finished it. But it wasn't as fast as I would like it to be. It wasn't as fast. It wasn't as not tiring, because I don't know. I just wasn't in shape. It was honestly like my first time back doing any sort of physical exercise. You know, for like a couple months, like heavy duty physical. Like yeah, we PT at like school or ROTC. But that's nothing compared to this. That's like nothing. That's like what we do at school is probably like a warm up for this. Like if that. It's it's nothing compared to this. This is difficult. So this run consisted of running with like telephone pole logs, but they were like cut in pieces. Run with those. Run with ammo cans. We had 4 ammo cans, 4 kettlebells, and then we had to carry all the waters from all the Poolee's waters that are on the logs and carrying ammo cans and kettlebells. And we ran like the route we basically ran. We ran straight, hooked a right. This is a right on my screen. I guess I'll do it on your side. There. Hooked a right, went that way. Past like all these voters. Like there's a huge line of people voting for like the general election, the primary. And, they saw us running with all this stuff, and they're like, oh, yeah, go Marines. And we're like, first of all, I'm like, let me stop you right there. We're Poolees. We're not Marines until we're in the title in boot camp. No, I'm just playing. I'm not that serious. Like, I'm not going to straight up tell people, don't address me like that, because that's rude. But I do correct them. I do say we're not Marines, we're Poolees, man. Like, I tell them, but I'm not rude about it, how I tell them. I tell them we don't earn the title till we actually pass boot camp and pass Crucible and all that. So I try not to be rude about it if I tell them. But then sometimes there's like too many people to tell. There's like huge line of them today, and they're like, go Marines, not Marines, Devil Dogs is what they said. And I was like, and then I was gonna say something to one of them, and another one said it, and then another one said it, and I was like, okay. And then they started saying Devil Pups, and I was like, well, that's at least more admirable. That's more adequate because, we're not Marines yet. I'm sorry if I seem like a little tired right now. I'm honestly tired. I'm beat. I just ran all this, and so we get to what we did. We ran probably about a mile, maybe. Not even, probably like about 3/4 to a mile with all this stuff, and we're switched off. I ended up running with like an ammo can and like 2 water bottles to the park, and the ammo can's like 40 pounds, 35 pounds, like right around there, and yeah, running with one of those is difficult. It's really, really difficult. The reason I keep looking around right now is because there's like people walking around and they're staring at me like I'm weird, but they ain't about this life. Anyway, we get to the park, and then we get there, put everything down in a neat, fashionable order, because if you don't, then you're gonna get smoked, and I don't want to get smoked. No one does, but I do kind of like getting smoked when we get smoked, because it's just training. In boot camp, that's all you're gonna be doing, is you're gonna constantly be getting smoked, because people are gonna mess up and you're gonna get smoked. Someone's gonna not do something right, you're gonna get smoked. Someone's gonna talk back to the the drill instructor, you're gonna get smoked. So we need to, just need to get accustomed to it. So I'm all for it. So we get back. Basically, we run to the park. Once we're at the park, we have stations. We started off on the sprinting station. So you sprint probably about 100, like a football field. Sprint like a football field, back, keep sprinting back and forth until the runner group gets up. And I'll go into details about all the groups. Now, we're the sprinting station. From the sprinting station, once the runners get back, we go to the push-up station. And you're doing push-ups until another group of runners comes back. And then from there, you switch to the log squats. And that was hard. I'm not even gonna lie, that was kind of hard. And then from there, you went to normal squats. And that was easier. Like, those were nothing compared to the log squats, because log squats were pretty bad. From there, you went to lunges, and the lunges killed me. They weren't like making me like, hurt. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Basically, when you're working out a muscle and you keep working it out, so like you get a piece of paper and hold it in front of you for like 20 minutes, and then your arms start to burn. That's how my legs were feeling with calf raises, or not calf raises, lunges. Basically, it was starting to get like burning because you're working it out, and you never work you never do lunges. We don't do lunges. Basically, after doing lunges, your legs start, burning because you're doing lunges nonstop for like 2 or 3 minutes. And, that doesn't seem like a long time, but when you're doing lunges for the entire time, yeah, it builds on you. So then they give us a break, which is, okay, everybody switch stations, and then they waited like 10 seconds, and they said, okay, now we're at the running station. Run. So we're going running. We ran probably just like, I don't know, we were just trying to like around some street, looped back around and ran to the park. So it wasn't that far of a distance. But when I first started, that run was killing me. When I first started, when I was still an applicant, not a poolee. Now that I've been a poolee, it's like, I'm getting used to all these runs and all these, all these like PT sessions, because we do them every day. Not every day, we do them every week. So you get used to it. So, just, you can't do nothing about it. You just got to run. So we run back to the park, and then from there, everyone else switches. We get onto our backs, and we get the ammo cans, which again weigh like 35 pounds, and you're doing like benches with them, like bench press, 2 hands on it, and just 1, 2, 3, that wasn't bad. I like doing that. That's pretty fun. And then from there, we went to kettlebell squats, which is where you have it in front of you. So like you're up, and then you drop it down, and then you squat, and you come up, and then you drop it down, and then you come up, and that was it. That was difficult for me because I was doing it, but they told me to keep my back straight because they said I hurt myself. Except I thought my back was pretty straight, but they wanted it more straight. I don't know. I guess I just form. I need to work on my form for those. And then from there, once that switched, the runners got back. From there, we went to the sprints again. And we did this like one more time. One more circuit around the thing. And we ran back to the recruiting station. And once we were at the recruiting station, we did our wagon wheel, which is like we walk in a circle and like cool down. It's like catch your breath and drink your water. You don't like chug your water though, you sip it. Because if you chug it, you're gonna get messed up. Besides, we drank water before we went on our run anyway. We did our Marine Corps thing, which like you have it on your bottom left foot. They tell you pick it up until you put it back down, vice versa, do it a couple times. And then once you're fast enough and you do it correctly, you hold it straight out in front of you, and it's It's no little bottle. It's like the size of my head. Yeah, it's no little bottle. Probably like 32 ounces, and it's filled up. Because if you don't fill it up, you're gonna get smoked. And again, I don't like getting smoked, but I do like getting smoked. It's a love-hate type thing. I like it, but I don't like it. I like it afterwards, but not during the smoke session. Anyway, we fill them up before we get there. We get to the line. We're in formation. They say have them straight out, and they say uncap them. And you say you uncap it and you say pain, hate, discontent, kill, kill, kill. But you don't say it. You yell it out at like the top of your lungs. If you don't do it loud enough, you will have to put it back on and put it back down, pick it back down. You have to restart a lot of times. So you yell it at the top of your lungs. And then they say, drink. And you have like 15 to 20 seconds to drink all this. And usually mine's full like the black line, the black cap. So, yeah, you gotta drink fast. And if you spill it on your shirt, you're gonna get in trouble because you're not supposed to wear it. You're supposed to drink it. But, I always drink mine in time. I just always have. Everyone else always finishes theirs, and if not, then they have to, drink it. And they get in trouble. So then, that was the beginning of, before all our runs, before all our PT sessions, that's what we do because that's how we stay hydrated. It's like, it's going to start being 100 plus degree weather out here pretty soon, and you need to stay hydrated, You can't just be, oh, I took a little sip of water, I'm hydrated. You're not hydrated. You need to actually hydrate, so that's the only way they can actually know we're hydrated. Yeah. And then we got back to the recruiting station after our workout, carrying all this stuff back. We get back, and then they're like, all right, we want you guys to sit on the wall. And so we're like, all right, we're sitting on the wall after we did our wagon wheel. So we're sitting against the wall, and it's not just like sit down on the floor. No, it's a air squat. You're sitting. It's a wall squat. There you go. A wall sit. There we go. It's stuck on my tongue. Yeah, we're doing wall sits right now. And 90-degree angle, so your legs are like that. Your legs are straight to the ground, and then you're like that. So you're holding it, and you have your water bottle holding with two hands straight out in front of you, like this, the entire time. Your arms straight out in front of you, locked, and it builds on you. It does. It starts to hurt. And then the people with combat-related MOSs, they got smoked just because, they have combat-related MOSs, and they need to get smoked. So they got smoked, and we had to do push-ups because we're getting smoked too. Our smoking wasn't as bad. I don't know why. I did pick my jobs. I put down my 3 options. I picked them like last week. I picked this is in order: combat engineer, aircraft mechanic, and then armor, like motor T. So like I fixed tanks and LAVs and all that stuff. That's in order. So, how they pick which job. I'm really hoping for combat engineer though. Really hoping for that one. So we do all that. We get smoked. 10 minutes pass, 15 minutes pass, and then they're like, all right, you guys have 30 seconds to get into the office right now. So we get in the office, fill out some paperwork, and then we're good to go. That was it. It doesn't seem like that much on here, but doing it's like a good 2.5 hours worth of PT. And you're always moving. Even when we stopped, like if there's like cars in the intersection across the street, we couldn't just stand there. We had to run in place with like logs and stuff. So, you just gotta stay with it. Keep up. No one, I didn't throw up, some other people did. But like no one fell out, no one got driven back because they were too sick to finish. So, all in all, it's a good PT day, and I'm going back tomorrow to work on pull-ups. because that's the only part of the IST I failed was my pull-ups. I passed my run and I passed my crunches. I just need to work on pull-ups and I'll be fine. So yeah, that was it for today. Maybe I'll make one tomorrow. Maybe I'll make one another day. I am back in school now. I have like 44 days or something like that. They counted down. I honestly don't want to even be there for those 44 days. Just don't want to do it. It's no point. You honestly, my teacher told me, my English teacher, she's like, okay, yeah, you're going to have 3 assignments this quarter. And then you're reading a book when you're not working on your assignment. She's like, it's not even a big assignment either. It's just going to go in as a lot of points because, you need some points in your grade book. And I was like, okay, 3 assignments, it's nothing. And then we're just reading like a book. So, honestly, I don't even want to be at school. I just want to graduate and focus on this. I even quit my job because they kept scheduling me for Tuesdays. And I told them before I could not work Tuesdays. Those are the pool functions. And they kept scheduling me for Tuesdays. And I'm like, well, I can't work those. And I was like, they said, basically get someone to cover it. And they didn't really try changing it. They're just like, get someone to cover it. And then I need to focus on this, like, because every day after school I pretty much go to work. So I couldn't even come here to do pull-ups or anything. And so, I was like, all right, I got to pick one. I got to pick either, do I want to make burgers for the rest of my life, or do I want to serve in the Marine Corps? And I was like, let me think about that. No, I'm just playing. You guys know what I picked, because I quit, So, you got to do what you got to do. Got to stay out here grinding. So, yeah, that was it. It's starting to get dark outside, so I guess I should drive home. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video whenever I make that one.